repeat. John Wick 3. If you've seen John Wick 1 podcast, John Wick 2 podcast, or this podcast, they're going to be very similar.
This one's different.
This one's different, but it's like
This one's different for show.
80% of it's kind of the same.
I'll say it. This is my favorite one so far.
I thought this was my second favorite one. I think it goes 2, 3, 1.
I think you said 1 was better than 2.
No, I'm so flaky with my ratings.
I think I've gone up every time.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
this one had more gangster. Yeah. Let's jump right into it.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. 7.9.
What? Oh. So I forgot that you already hated it.
Wait. Your ratings, you rate the way you want to. We don't have to rate the same because I've decided your ratings are
better.
Yeah, exactly. You give everything a lot better than it deserves.
And what, you just hate on them to hate?
No, I just give it. You just don't differentiate between a really good movie and an okay movie. You're like, I liked it. 8.5.
You know what was the highlight of this movie? The dogs.
Dogs were sick.
The Malinois or whatever. I was like, man.
What were they called?
Well, German Shepherds are like the handsome version of these just
Street
psycho
dogs.
freaks, and I'm pretty sure they're called something Malinois.
Well, they were beasts.
I think it's German Malinois.
They weren't bad looking. They weren't as beast as a German
It's
Shepherd.
it's like a skinny German Shepherd with no fur. And I mean, it sounds beast for. Even Halle Berry said it sheds. So
yeah.
Not getting away with anything there, but
yeah.
Who knows? I mean, I would take them.
Yeah.
If they were that trained.
So what did we get there? You said
8.4, 7.9, 8.25.
Yeah, I think so. No. 8.15.
There you go.
Which rounds to an 8.2, which I think might be what all of them have been.
Really?
I gotta double check
we
this.
Just keep going back.
Yeah, let me see what John Wick is.
Here, while you're doing that, we're gonna hit the intro.
All right, hit it. Got to keep on watching, and that we do, folks.
What's the verdict?
The other ones we rated 8.0s.
8.0,
so
8.0,
I think
8.2.
Yeah. So I think that you voted this one the highest that you've done.
No, I gave like John Wick 1. I thought like an 8.6 perhaps.
I probably gave that one like a 7.4. So that fits. Okay.
With that one, yeah.
I thought this one was better. He had way cooler kills.
I mean, I just kind of like. It's tough to keep me going for a franchise or a trilogy.
Yeah. I feel
Spider-Man,
the same way. That's why I rated it
better,
lower. I mean, I don't rate it in the 8s.
Yeah.
I think it was better than the first one.
You're in the first one, the 7.
7.4.
You haven't rated a single John Wick in the 8s, and most people would say it's a high 8 movie.
Whoa, most people would say that. Then most people are idiots, and that's why they're not in the business.
Rotten Tomato?
Rotten Tomato's an idiot. You know
they're
that as well as I do.
Half the time, if I get nervous about a score, I just look at Rotten Tomato and minus 0.2.
That's what you do?
No.
Don't let people know that.
I would never do that.
I will sometimes check IMDb's score to be like, whoa, am I way far off? And sometimes I am, and I'm like, you know what? F the people. They're wrong.
Really? So you think F the people when we're potting for the people?
I'm potting for the people. A lot of that takes into play, like, critics. F the critics, that's for sure.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were potting for the critics.
No, I'm potting for the people.
Yeah,
F people that are critics.
Yeah.
F the critic people. The critical people. F them.
Okay. So we're potting for the common man.
Yeah, the common man. The common folk. The commonwealth.
Yeah.
That's what we pod for.
Amen.
You got a plot summary?
Plot summary, that I do, and it's pretty much just that, a plot summary. Sometimes I throw jokes in there, sometimes it's puns. All right, John Wick 3 starts right where the latter ended. John Wick is excommunicado and has 1 hour before the Continental and all its guests come after him. Unfortunately for these assassins, John Wick is Baba Yaga, a man that even assassins fear. But in this instance, he still needs help. Luckily for John, he has been in the business long enough and is ready to cash in some favors. First, his Russian mother, who trained not only John Wick, but also Black Widow from the Marvel series.
Yeah.
After cashing in his favor, he goes to Halle Berry. I feel like I missed like a whole sentence, but I didn't. After cashing in his favor, he goes to Halle Berry's house and does the same. After ruining both of their lives, John decides to meet the Elder, to where he is given a task.
Man.
You know what? It's not even. I think I wrote this terribly. To which he is given a task: kill Winston, the closest man John Wick has to a friend. As John Wick faces Winston, he decides to change sides and fight on his friend's side. Till Winston uses John, shoots him off a 200-foot building in New York. Luckily, John Wick has that dog in him, and he took the fall like a champ.
Nice.
That wasn't not my best plot summary, but we're going to run with it.
All right, I gotcha. Yeah, come in.
I said just walk in and then you knock.
Oh my God. Who is this guy?
Oh, God. This is so embarrassing.
Give me like a podcast.
You know, that.
Well,
Nice.
Mr. Sir just walked in.
And we're still going to say. Everybody's going to be like, yeah, why is so-and-so wearing a ski mask?
We all know who he is. You always
You say his name like every other time.
If they don't know what the face looks like.
They can find
don't know
out.
what-
Yeah, once we take off. Oh,
Oh, there's not even a camera up there.
yeah, look, it's right there.
hey-o.
Look how sick that is. We look like we're just hanging out with a robber of sorts.
A couple of guys in a hoodlum.
John
Yeah.
Wick would kill you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you went
Real fast.
you went lime green for
Yeah,
John Wick.
No guy in a lime green.
What are you
ski
gonna wear?
mask
What are you
is-
gonna wear?
is living
Red
long
to
in a
the
movie.
Barbie movie if you're on that podcast.
Well, we're black.
You got a color code, my guy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm glad we have a third person here because now I want to ask a very important question that I had for John Wick 2, but I couldn't because I didn't want it just to be me and you. I didn't
Yeah.
want that. All right, so all three of us are out. We are pretty much Hunger Gaming between the three of us. Who would win?
Me.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm going John.
I'm stronger, and
Yeah.
check this out.
He's stronger. He's in
I have
better
a
Why did
gun.
you bring
Why did you bring
I think you bring the
Obviously, I would
gun.
I mean,
I'm the biggest muscle
you know,
with a gun.
you
You
know,
know
by,
what? Huh?
You know, by my
What'd you
attire,
say?
I got a couple of mouth razors. You know
What
what,
does
I
that
mean?
mean?
So you don't even know what it means. You're dying quick.
Mouth
I don't
razors?
think John would do very
I
good.
don't need to know what a mouth razor is. I got this thing.
Yeah.
I'm just blasting.
I will let you know a pistol beats the mouth razor. So.
Yeah. If you get too close,
It's classic, man. I bring in the gun every single
I know,
time
now-
episode, and now it's a bit.
I
Zach
forget
always,
about it every time. But now I'll remember for John Wick 4.
I was hoping you'd be like, "Did you bring a gun?" I'd be like, "No." He says he has a gun hidden.
Yeah, the question was just too perfect. So you guys both 2 for 3, John. I think I would be a phenom.
I mean,
I think
I
John's
would
in
like
better shape.
camouflage myself to a tree, and then John would walk by, and I just go.
oh, okay. So
Dead.
you have a knife. I have a gun.
Yeah, but you're already stabbed in the neck. You saw it at the end of this John Wick movie. Nobody once they know they're defeated, they never want to kill the person.
No,
It was like, I lost.
you always just lay on your back. No one wants to kill you.
Huh?
Stay still.
Yeah, just stay still. But
Yeah, I hide in a river and do that thing they did in Master of Disguise with like the straw,
Oh, yeah.
bamboo straw.
Yeah, with the
you could
reed.
not breathe through a straw.
No, you die.
I do pretty good breathing.
I don't think you
have
could make
trouble
it like
breathing in that
yeah,
hair right now.
yeah.
I breathe pretty good.
I'm a pretty good breather.
I'm a sound sleeper.
Yeah, I don't think you could breathe through a straw for very long.
Nah.
Ugh,
Maybe a big
I don't need
tube.
very long. I just need both of y'all to pass
Just
by.
a giant tube.
Yeah,
All you hear
like
is
a
like,
big bamboo.
Just making whale noises through this tube.
well, Zach's definitely down there.
We can hear Zach from 50 meters away.
That's just a snorkel, though.
No,
You just invented the snorkel.
no, I did it. It was bigger than a snorkel. This was
Yeah.
a full-size bamboo
You
tree.
can go deeper than a snorkel.
It's got to look natural. It's a bamboo tree that's about
Whenever
2.5
you blow
inches.
out, it sounds like the tuba. was beautiful.
And I'm only like 2 feet of water, so you see my whole entire outline.
It's very clear water.
Yeah.
We're in Tahiti.
That's the only way it would work.
Yeah, maybe I am toast.
Yeah, that was
I
a
don't
good
have any great
idea.
ideas. That was my one.
I think I mean, how big is the place we're going to? Like, is it?
I'm thinking of you, like thinking you are well hidden. You're like, they won't know. Get underwater, and you have no idea that it's really loud.
Yeah, I'm submerged underwater, so I'm just like,
God, it's quiet down here.
yeah, oh boy,
And then they just,
they are gonna be shocked. That draws y'all in, and then you just see my full body in a giant straw, and then you're like, all right,
there he is.
he's third.
All right, here's my plot summary. John Wick is back once again in Chapter 3, Parabellum. Parabellum in English means a type of semi-automatic pistol or machine gun. However gangster and relatable, in John Wick 3, the word parabellum is part of the Latin phrase si vis pacem parabellum. This Latin phrase means if you want peace, prepare for war. And that's precisely what John Wick does, as every assassin in the world is after the $15 million bounty on his head. The High Table gets involved as it seems no one will be able to put an end to John Wick. They douche everyone who has helped John until Wick chops off his fingy as proof of atonement and realigned allegiance to the High Table. The High Table requires one more task of John in return for forgiveness, to kill his buddy Winston, the manager of the Continental. That is something John cannot do, and so begins the battle of the Continental versus the High Table. That's right.
That's right.
Have you seen John Wick 3?
I've seen zero of the John Wick.
Really? Not even the first one. I
Not
thought
even the
everybody
first
in the world saw the first
If I were
one.
going to suggest one, I'd suggest the third.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You don't even need to see the
You don't
others,
really got to
frankly,
see him in
so-
order.
Yeah.
Basically,
Just know he's in trouble.
he's a beast assassin. People kill his dog,
Yeah.
and that sets him off
Yeah.
for 4 movies, evidently.
Horror movie.
You know what would have happened if we were in the Fast and Furious world?
John Wick would have gone to space.
John Wick's wife would have already been back.
Ah.
And it would have been a staged murder. And then she would have been the villain in the next upcoming John Wick movie.
Oh.
And maybe even been the person that kills John Wick, because that's just drama on drama on drama.
And
Yeah,
then
that
they
would've
would have
been
gone to space.
I hate close-ups of Keanu Reeves, because half the time I'm like, you know what, this is the best person that's ever existed. He's a decent enough actor. I don't think he's that good. But then they put the camera, like every John Wick ends the same way. Put the camera right in his face, and they go, this is how this one ends. They go, I don't know about you,
I'm
John,
pissed
but I'm
off."
pissed off. He goes, how you feeling, John? Meanwhile, he just fell 200 feet to his death. Like,
He
you know how...
should certainly be pissed off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got like an armored suit on, but
Oh,
like...
okay. So he's not like asking a dead body, "How you feeling, John?"
It's just because it's John Wick.
Yeah.
But his spine should be broken in 122 places right now. But John
Obvious.
Wick
But he's
goes,
mad.
you pissed? They go, you pissed off, John? And he just looks at the camera and he says, yeah. And then that was it. Like,
I'm pissed off
I
for a
did
fourth
not
time.
love it.
Does he just say yeah?
He just says,
Me
yeah.
too. I am.
Absolutely.
More pissed than you could ever imagine.
I wish they said like a Matrix, because it's Morpheus and Neo in the same room.
Yeah.
The person that asked him if he's pissed off
You
is
should have said,
Morpheus.
John, you can take a blue pill and you can quit this life. Or you can take the red pill and be
Now, John,
pissed
I'm going to
off.
give you 2 options. You can take this blue pistol.
It is crazy that they are in this movie.
Yeah, I bet
Which-
it was just people thought like, "Oh, they like them together. They'll probably like them in this movie too."
True.
Like,
You
People
don't
like
think
that.
there was? Oh, I mean, obviously, actually,
People are like,
exact.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's people like casting people being like, oh,
People would
it's like
really
between
like-
Morpheus
yeah,
and
they
another
would be
guy.
like-
This guy's a little bit better, but
No one's gonna mention it.
it's
but we're
Keanu
gonna
Reeves
like
and
it.
Morpheus. Everybody likes it.
Everyone's gonna
and
like
everyone's
it.
gonna see it and be like, "Oh, I remember the Matrix. That was a good movie. I'll
Yeah,
go see
yeah.
this one."
I rewatch like episodes, mainly of One Piece, of reunions. So I
Yeah.
just love a good
Yeah.
reunion.
Yeah,
Like
reunions
The
are so
Office
good.
when
Wait,
Michael
you're
Scott
like,
comes
oh,
for
I wanna
Dwight's.
go back to see these two reunite.
Yeah,
yeah.
fantastic. That's one of my favorite parts. I mean, like I like older One Piece more than I like One Piece now. But it took me watching all of One Piece to realize that.
Oh wow,
It's like you don't realize you're in the glory days until the glory days are gone.
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Andy said that.
Yeah, he said something like, I wish they would tell you when the good days were, but
Yeah, you're in the good days when you're in them. Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I can't really
You
quote.
got the gist of it.
I can't quote The Office anymore since it's been on Peacock, and I refuse to get another streaming service.
Speaking of Peacock, though, this is interesting. I only just saw this today, and it's very
they can fly.
on topic.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was
It's
it.
actually the
Oh.
male who have the colors, and that's used to attract the women.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not what I was talking about. On Peacock, the streaming
Nice fun
service.
fact, though. Is that true?
That is a fun fact.
Oh, thank you.
Normally,
all
in,
birds.
What a
in-
delight.
yeah, and
It's like all animals.
in the animal kingdom, the dude is the pretty one
Oh.
because he's trying to get ass, and that's how he attracts them.
That's
So
why,
if
like,
you think that you're,
you ever heard the term peacocking?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
peacock, just
Peacocking.
peacocking.
Yeah,
So animals are way more shallow than humans
true.
because all they do is bang and eat, and they're precisely going off either who's the most jacked, bang him, or who's got the prettiest feathers,
Or
bang him.
Oh,
Dance
so it's
moves.
just all about genetics.
dance moves is
Same.
a big one.
Dance moves will get you some ass. Damn,
It's pretty much the same though.
birds. they'll
Yeah,
just
I
be
mean,
like-
if you,
yeah, dance moves definitely get you ass.
Yeah.
you're pretty
But if
much,
I'm-
we're pretty much peacocks.
If I go to the club, I'm wearing something bright. I'm
Yeah.
jacked for some reason.
You're peacocking.
and I
Yeah,
have
he's
great dance
peacocking
moves
hard.
already. You know, I'm pulling.
I also
Look at that gay dude go. He's in,
I didn't say
he's
what
in
I was
neon
pulling, but I'm
green,
pulling.
and he's just getting it.
Also, I was reading about lobsters, and they said, people are like, you're my lobster. Like, they mate for life.
Who says
It's
that?
not even true in the slightest. I think it's from Friends.
Okay.
You
Not
know-
even a true thing. Lobsters, they'll bang the same broad for 2 weeks, but then they're out with the old and in with the new.
There's a couple.
So
of
why?
animals
What is
that-
You're My Lobster? Have you read it more into it?
No, that's just made up.
just
They
is-
made that up in Friends.
You know who has no shame in their bang?
Who?
Dragonflies.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
yeah.
banging.
Dragonflies are
running.
like, oh, don't mind us.
Yeah.
They're going right by your face, just tail in,
On
tail
top of
out,
each
and I'm
other.
like,
I feel like
come on,
they do it for a long
get a
time.
hive,
too.
get a tree or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I'll see normal animals have sex, and it'll be like a split second in and out.
What?
This is what it's about. Every animal I've ever watched having sex.
Yeah. Do you know
Quick,
that
quick
doggy
process.
style is actually butt to butt?
Oh yeah,
What?
because dogs, the dude's dog's ween goes like
He links
it goes
up.
hard, and then it goes 100% hard, and it goes backwards, and then dogs are banging butt to butt.
I have never.
He
in
links
my
up
life.
Nobody
like
wants to
doggy
see it.
style, but then he turns around and they're butt to butt, and that's
So he's constantly engaged as he's
I
turning
guess
around.
he flips the whole switch.
Yeah, he flips the switch.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Lobsters will also fight each other, and if they're fighting, they will like fight to the death. And if you happen to live and you lose a fight,
Oof.
you just become basically homeless and like
Yeah.
a puss, and you will not like fight again. And you are it like ruins
Oh,
their
wait,
whole
there's
psyche.
like great shame.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why do you know
great
so much
shame.
about lobsters?
I was reading the book, and it really went into depth about lobsters and how you got to be a
you got to be
What
the
was this
big
book?
lobster.
how you got to be a man.
Under
It
the
was actually
sea.
it was chapter 1 of that one dad gave us.
Nuh-uh.
It's about
oh man,
lobsters.
that shows you how much I've read of it.
Yeah.
That was
I
like
read
read
chapter
5 pages
1.
a day, and I'm like, oh,
It was
man.
really interesting.
Yeah.
chapter 1.
I think I would like to read it. I
don't think I've ever seen you read.
that's what I'm saying. Me
I don't know
neither.
if you still know how.
I have to ask the waitress what that picture is of. I'm
Can't
like,
even
is
see
that
anymore.
chicken Alfredo? No, that's not. Yeah. I'm limited to the ones with pictures at the menu.
Okay, let me get back to what I was really saying in
Disclaimer.
reference to Peacock.
Yeah.
I saw today that Peacock is releasing a show called The Continental, and it's a John Wick spinoff about the hotel.
Oh, here we go.
What are the odds I saw that today?
100% because you just told us.
I mean, no, I really
They're
did
pretty
see it
good.
today, but before I saw it.
I would say they're pretty
If I was a
good.
betting man.
Whoa, you guys really find me to be a trustworthy guy.
Yeah.
I say it, and it's 100%.
100% true.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
Well, you
it
said
did
a lot
happen,
of stuff.
so you win.
Lobsters turn into bitches. A lot of lobster facts. It was starting to
I'm
freak
just
me out.
spitting stuff out here. And you guys,
You guys
will
know
say that's
lobsters
100%.
aren't
I
really
was writing
red.
them down.
Yeah, well, I would take those to the bank. It's 100% chance.
Wow.
Also, weeks back, I said, "Hey, that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie,
It
is
looks
gonna
beast.
slap."
It looks beast.
And all I'm hearing
Really?
is people seeing it, saying it's gonna slap. So I
Yeah,
called that.
yeah. I saw this little clip of all these.
I bet it's gonna be a high 8.
Ooh. I'd like to see that from you, except for when you put Oppenheimer.
I don't think it's
Oppenheimer
gonna be
in,
a
like,
Spider-Man.
have you seen
cartoon.
Oppenheimer? No,
I
you
have
don't
not
have.
seen
You don't have
Oppenheimer.
3 hours to spare.
I don't.
I know. Yeah. I mean, we had to go to the movie theater, and I'm sitting there like, I went through like all 7 stages of grief going through that
Well, I
movie.
bet.
I said, "Oh man, I feel pretty good. I'm gonna have some popcorn." Then I said, "Oh my god, my stomach is about to burst."
The
And then
way
I
you
said,
act
"Oh,
during
I need to take a
movies
poop."
makes me think that they're dying breed. Because if I can still pay attention for a movie, but it seems like everyone younger
Like
than me,
yeah.
their attention span has just gotten worse and
Like if
worse.
Zach
I
and
was
worse.
paid
the average
attention to
guy.
the movie. It's not like I'm looking at my phone, but I'm also like,
Looking at your phone?
I'm not looking at my phone.
I'm like,
but
I like look at the time.
Ah.
I'm like, what time is it? I don't send text or anything. I
Zach's
have
like,
common
I
courtesy.
know this movie is 3 hours
And then I
long.
start doing the math,
know
I'm
this
like-
movie started this time. There's 15 minutes of commercials.
I'm looking at about 8:30,
Yeah.
and
Sound
then
like
I'm
you were
just
already
waiting.
dreading it before you entered the
I
movie.
Maybe
don't think
that's my
kids younger
problem.
than you are going to be able to go to the movie.
Oh, I think movies are a dying breed for sure.
I don't think a lot of kids are dying to see Oppenheimer anyway.
No,
you know.
But I'm just talking about like
Barbie.
Barbie wasn't that long a movie though.
And
TikTok
he
has
loved
melted
it.
brains.
Barbie was
Or
great.
like just social media and videos.
Yeah.
That's kind of
The
reassuring.
Barbie was
span.
great.
Barbie was
It's
great.
kind of reassuring, but also I don't trust the guy very much.
I think Barbie's going to be
it
pretty
was
good.
Hilarious.
Will Ferrell's in it. John
Hilarious.
Cena
Hilarious.
makes an appearance as a yoked
he?
Barbie, apparently.
Oh yeah, he does.
He's got the blonde
I
hair.
forgot about that.
He plays a chick.
No.
Nah, I didn't
Is
know.
it
It
Ken?
looked like he was
No,
like
Ken.
yoked Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's Ken.
yeah. Don't worry. But there is
There is one of those as well.
No,
Yeah.
there's not.
there is
a
definitely
dude who
like
plays
a
There's not.
transgender
is.
woman who is playing a Barbie. You just
Oh,
didn't
there's
notice
the doctor.
because you're.
The Doctor.
I think there's a Dr.
Dr.
Barbie,
Barbie?
and I think that was a dude.
If it was, then he transitioned when he was 11. Like, I don't, like there was
That's
no
what I said,
like,
there was, but,
"Hi, I'm Barbie." Like,
No.
there was
I mean, they wouldn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
done that. They were obviously going to have a very good one. It's
Right.
2023.
Right,
They're going to
yeah.
try and
Yeah,
get
we
him.
got
it's
our
not a
options.
chick anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's a real thing.
You can't.
Yeah.
There's some risky people out there now. You send some videos, and then you're like, "Hey, you think she's hot? She's a dude."
If anyone sends me a video saying, "Hey, you think she's hot?" It's
Yeah.
a dude.
Well,
Like,
nowadays, back in the day, you could just be like, "Yeah, dude, she's hot for sure."
I would
I
never
said-
just like sending my friends like, "She's hot," and you're just like, "Yep, she's hot."
Yeah,
Thumbs up.
We agree. Everyone agree. Let's take a vote. She hot.
We're good.
We're good. She's hot.
I sent my buddies 5 pictures of like these different girls, and I said, because I mean,
Which
it was
one's
something
not
with the
hot?
conversation, and I said, which one is a girl for real? And they said,
girls.
they all kind of look transgender to me, and I said, they're all transgender.
Damn.
Yeah.
You didn't send them any good ones?
No, I needed to go neck down. It was the Adam's apple that gave me away.
Yeah, you should send them in all girls.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, which
You can't
one's
get
the
that
girl?"
file down.
That looks like a buddy.
Can you not get rid of your Adam's apple?
I think
Oh,
that
you
was-
shaved that sucker down?
Yeah, you can
I
shave
don't
that
know.
down for sure.
Oh, one time I took like I don't know if y'all remember this, but we were in the Brooks
we busted your
basement.
windpipe, and now you had to talk like.
Do y'all
Yeah.
remember when we were in the Brooks basement? I'm leaning against the pool table. I don't know if you were there, but you should have known about it. Leaning against the pool table,
Wow,
and
must be a great story.
the
if
punching
you
bag
sh-
slips out. My neck goes into the pool table, and I talked like I couldn't like a
tracheotomy.
36-year-old smoker for like 6 months.
I don't remember that at all.
I think it's the
Yeah.
only reason our voices aren't identical. Like if it wasn't for that, we would have just sounded the exact
You
same.
might
You
be
do have a
surprised,
raspier
Chief.
voice.
Yeah, because I took a freaking pool table to the gullet. I'm glad I even speak right now.
Oh
I
my
think I
God.
had 2 Adam's apples.
Today I almost got in a car accident.
Oh yeah, Mr. Text on the phone.
No, it's worse. I was eating those taki seeds, and I dumped them
Sunflower
in my
seeds.
mouth, and I
Yeah,
got
your eyes.
takis in my eye. I couldn't see shit. I was like, should I pull over? I was like, I can't see pulled over.
Hazards.
Yeah.
Windshield wiper
It
starts
was the
going up.
worst. I was like,
Blind.
oh my God, I need this to go away or else I'm dead.
Yeah.
So that happened.
How'd you do?
I got out of it. Blinked a lot. Till I got the takis out of my eye.
There was a psychopath, definitely just on their phone, but just like everybody was keeping their safe distance until they could pass this car on my way home from work. Because like this person's driving like a nut job. Let me speed past him real quick. It's always how it goes.
Yeah.
But this guy's just swerving from lane to lane,
You
lane
sure
to
it
lane.
wasn't me on the takis?
No, true. I would have known.
Dude, it was the
Did
most
you
painful.
outwardly scream,
It was bad.
or was it just internal pain?
The only worst was jalapeno in the eye.
When
One
you do
time
that,
I had
like making nachos.
making nachos, and the oil won't just wash off. So you got this jalapeno oil, and then it was one of my first time using contacts. So
Oh,
I was changing
jalapeno
my
contact.
contact, and I was like, oh my god! And I also couldn't get them out like clean, so I was working on it for like 30 minutes, just dying. And I finally got it out. I'm like, oh my god! And then the next morning I put it in, and I guess the jalapeno oil got in the contact. It was just never-ending
Don't
pain.
you have like a wrong solution contact story?
No, I don't know what that would be.
I think I just like
yeah,
heard
put
that
in
on the podcast.
jalapeno oil.
No,
on
it was like they put in eardrops
told you
instead
that.
of like eye drops, and then when they put it in their eye, it was like
they could hear.
flames,
I don't.
painful.
That wasn't me.
Have you ever
Yeah.
touched your Johnson after jalapenos?
Touch my wiener.
Yeah. I did it one time at work. I don't know
Just
why.
so
I
we're-
do. I haven't noticed that.
I was cutting jalapenos at work. For
And
lunch,
then
I guess.
touching your Johnson.
And then, you know, I go back to my
Where
desk.
did you work?
I go back to my desk. I flick it around a little bit.
Where were you working?
I'm at the job I'm currently at.
But why did that require you?
Why
to
were you
cut
cutting jalapenos?
I was eating lunch. I wanted to cut up a jalapeno for lunch.
That's mad.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
I was like, whoa! Did you work at like Moe's?
Yeah.
And you were touching
Was that
your wiener?
Chipotle,
I'm
right?
in a normal desk job.
They said cheese, pico de gallo, jalapeno, did a little ball scratch, then it started flaming up.
So I went to the bathroom. You know, obviously, I went to the urinal. You know, you touch things. I go back to my desk, and I'm like, damn, like it's really burning. And then, you know, first thought, I'm like, did I get an STD? That doesn't make any sense. Like
First thought right after just
first thought right off the bat. Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean, because normally you don't think about the jalapenos on your
Right,
fangs.
Yeah.
You're like,
And-
well, I'm not.
And
I
nothing
didn't rub
else.
a jalapeno. on
Nothing
it.
else is burning. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I'm stressed. And it took I had to go to like the vending machine section of the office.
the office
where
nurse.
no one's at. And I had to call Olivia, and like I was hurting for like 30 minutes.
What'd she do?
I just to get my mind off of it. I was just talking to her. But like it was painful, bro. Like
Ice
it
your
was-
balls.
it was
I've gotten
bad.
like hot sauce in my nose and around like my extremities on my face, and that bothers some. But I'm just too tough.
That's why Mr. Sir wears the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hot sauce.
Cutting a jalapeno, and
It's a
then I
hell-
was working at Moe's.
Yeah,
You think
making
it'd be
the
smarter to
burrito.
cover up my hands, but I just cover up the whole body.
yeah, that's probably better.
Man, also, I just had to switch to this new insulin, and all my pump sites have been like really hurting, and sometimes they hurt occasionally, but these have been like instantly hurting. And my insurance stopped covering Fiasp, and now I use Lumajev
Mm.
for like 2 weeks. So they've been really painful. And I contacted my doctor, and I was like, "Hey, this insulin is like hurting. You guys, do you guys ever hear that, or am I just being kind of like a bitch?" And they were like, "No, that happens." I was like, "What do you tell
No,
me?
you should be feeling
This
pain.
is awful."
No, you're gonna be in pain.
I was like, "This is awful." The other day, I had it on my stomach. I was like, and my wife was
Is it
giving
when
me
the insulin goes in?
constantly after it's been going in for a little bit in the same spot. It's creaming my ass right now.
It
The other-
hurts right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't have new insulin yet. I'm
my
like, you
gosh.
guys got to get me back to my old stuff. This
Yeah.
is
That
miserable.
good.
I told him I was hugging
Yeah,
my
give me
wife.
back to that premium swine.
Yeah, the liquid gold. But you guys gave me
That
its
pig's
Kmart Fiasp. And I had the pump site on my stomach. I was like, and I'm hugging my wife, and
This is it.
I was like, my God, can this hug end already? I'm dying over here. So I
Yeah.
was like, you guys got to help me out.
Are they gonna help you?
They said they're going to try.
They're they don't.
Son, there's nothing we can
You
do.
just gotta get tougher.
Lumajev.
All right, so this whole thing, John Wick has an hour to disappear from the Continental because the Continental like
Excommunicado.
excommunicado. So
Love
you're
that word.
I love that word, but I always forget it.
Yeah.
And I even like had it in my plot summary, and I'm like,
Excommunicado.
I wrote it down, definitely wrong spelled. I'm like Excawakabaka.
Ex avocado.
All right, so he's got an hour to kind of like get his shit in order before like
Yeah.
every assassin in New York, and it seems like 1 out of every 3 person is an assassin in New York because they all look at him as he's going by like, oh, that's John Wick. Shit,
got to kill
he's
him.
worth
We'll get
$15 million.
$14
Yeah, you think it'd be like 1 in every 10,000 maybe.
You would think,
Here's
but
a
no, it's
question I've
everyone.
had since the first one I keep forgetting to ask. Is John Wick like a comic or something, or is the movie his first appearance?
OG John Wick.
Yeah. Is it
I think
like
it's
from
OG
a
John
book or a
Wick.
comic, or the first movie is his first appearance?
Here's a question I had.
First, I thought it might have been like DC or something.
It kind of stems off of your question, maybe. We'll see. You can be the judge. You think assassins, like, I'm sure there's assassins in the world, right? We can all agree there's assassins somewhere.
Yeah. Probably like, I'm thinking shitty ones though.
Yeah.
There's
not
shitty
thinking,
ones
like-
and good ones.
But I bet there's a John Wick of
think?
assassins.
Yeah.
And the John Wick of, like, all the assassins are like, oh, that's
No,
Barry
no,
Bardson.
No, they don't know.
it's definitely based off of Barry Bardson.
You definitely don't have like colleagues. if
How
you're
many
assassin.
like?
Yeah, but just like they know John Wick,
many
notoriety.
assassin
It's not
jobs
colleagues,
are
it's
going-
notoriety.
Yeah, but what notoriety? Like, what are you going to like the assassin bar afterwards and hear?
That's
about?
exactly what they do. The
That's-
Continental is
that's
like
silly.
the Continental is like a safe haven. So they kind of all
Yeah,
meet
but
up
this
and they're
is a
like, "You
whole
working?"
different
And they're like,
universe.
"Yeah, we're working." And there's also been times where like they'll be fighting like to the death, and then they'll end up in the Continental, and then they're just like, "Stop!" And then they like
It's
have
this
to
hotel
stop,
safe haven.
Yeah, yeah.
get up,
cool.
and they go to a
That's pretty
bar, and then just
It's
like
a
hang
cool
out.
idea, but how many assassin gigs are you actually thinking are in real life? I have it almost hard to believe that there's real assassins. I believe in hitmen.
Yeah.
Like you hire this drunk.
They
drug
always
guy
end up
who's
failing,
like-
too.
Yeah. How about that girl
Who hired people to like kill their parents?
killer
that happens a
like
lot.
3-year-old recently like went
What?
to hireahitman.com and got caught because it was like a joke website. It's called hireahitman.com.
I was
And she
joking
went
too.
there.
I mean, I'm glad
yeah.
she's behind bars, but I would have been like, "Duh."
Duh, that was a
I
joke.
knew it
I
was
was
a joke.
joking.
I thought it
We're
was a
all
funny
joking.
guy. Wanted to meet up. with him.
What?
What did you do?
Yeah,
What,
but
you
that
guys
just
thought it
happened
was
recently.
serious?
Wasn't
But
it?
I don't believe that there's like really good hitmen, like Barry. What's his last
Right.
name?
Yeah, I know what you're
Ban-
talking about.
I just
I
like
didn't even-
when
I made
would
it
you
up.
hire-
I couldn't
like,
tell you.
I don't believe
Barry
that's
Clark.
someone's job. You might hire like an ex-military guy if you were looking for a hitman. Like, hey, I'm
think-
trying to kill the president of the United States.
There's a
Let's
hitman
find
out
a
there.
Marine who's a Republican
I-
and is feeling the same.
I feel like it's
way.
more
Yeah.
like there's more likely way more hitmen that are just like gang
Of
related.
Asian descent.
You know what I mean? No.
Yeah.
I think,
But-
Oh, like
I-
Yakuza?
but
Yeah,
I
okay,
think,
but
I think if
I-
you're talking about the best hitman, he's probably Asian because the training that
best
goes
hitman would
on
be
with like.
a U.S. Marine or something.
You
Like,
think?
we have
I
the
think.
best military and
Well,
the
but
best
that's-
training.
I think a U.S.
I-
Marine
yeah.
is getting wrecked by a guy with like 15, 20 years, 30 years of kung fu
No,
experience.
he's not.
A guy with a gun is looking to a
Marine?
guy with a karate chop? I
Yeah,
don't think
what
so.
are you-
Okay, well,
talking
I
about?
mean, he's
Let me-
obviously got a katana on him.
Let me show you how that works 9 times out of 9.
yeah.
You're blasted, dude.
Yeah, let me go get my katana.
A gun beats
I bet I'll
everything.
cut your hand off before you
Yeah,
decide to
what are you
shoot
gonna,
me.
Deadpool cut the bullets in half. I will blow your freaking head off.
There's no bullets in that gun.
A
I
gun
hope.
beats everything.
Yeah.
And the U.S. has the best military.
All right, so if you had, let's say you guys got into some shit, some witness protection, but you aren't in the system, like
Something you need to wear a ski mask for.
pretty much.
Pretty much.
You have an hour to escape. What is your route of escape?
Where
Let's say you're in
am
the
I?
city of Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Do I have to stay in the U.S.?
You're in the city of
I feel like
Atlanta.
we had this conversation.
You have
I was
an
like, I'm going
hour.
to Beirut.
You have an hour. You can't get to Beirut in an hour, John.
You have an
Figure
hour.
it
Where
out.
do I go to if I'm in Atlanta and I need to hide?
14th
ask you a
Street,
question
Midtown. Boom.
That
Okay.
just it made me think of it. But did you have any idea where Casablanca was until you watched this?
Bro,
movie?
I thought I wrote in my notes. I
Same.
thought Casablanca was going to be a bunch of old white people
In
dressed like
Italy.
they were in the 50s.
I thought. Oh.
I mean, all those guys,
just
like in the
turned into the
Casablanca
movie?
movie, it's always like,
I just.
I thought it was in Fairburn,
I've never-
Georgia. You know that Casablanca restaurant?
I've never seen the movie. I assumed Casablanca was in Italy. Sounds
Or
Italian.
France
ends
or
with an A.
something. Yeah.
They kind of looked Italian towards
Where is
the
it?
end. Once the dude from Game of
Morocco.
Thrones.
Okay.
And then when I looked at the movie, a description of the movie Casablanca, it mentions going to Morocco as well.
Oh, so
I
is
mean,
that the
Morocco's
reason?
pretty close to Italy.
Is it? I
It's
mean,
like North
it's like
Africa.
Middle East, right?
No, it's North Africa, so it's like Italy,
Morocco and Egypt?
Morocco.
Morocco a
Morocco's
country?
Morocco's a country.
Shit, I didn't know shit about anything.
He's had map for a long time.
Hey, I got a map.
Yeah.
How close is Morocco to Egypt? Gotta be close.
520
Yeah.
miles, tops.
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 Africa's
Anything
huge.
less than that, I'm wrong.
There's a lot of countries there.
There is a ton.
They're
of,
over
over
100?
100. Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure,
120,
yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. That's around it.
How are you escaping?
Where am I? Where do I start?
14th Street, Midtown, Atlanta.
And how much time do I
You
have?
have an hour.
And what do I have on me? What do I get? Do I get this?
You got that.
Pretty easy escape. Douche, douche.
That'd make it harder.
Maybe
have a
you have no
car?
weapons. You have
Do you
no
have a
weapons.
car?
Yeah. No. Yeah, you have your car. Say you're
If
Yeah.
I'm in Atlanta in an hour with no car, I'm dead. I mean, that's like busy as shit. You're
You know,
dead.
you want to be homeless? Act homeless for a minute?
That's
Acting
what I was
homeless is a
gonna
good
say.
one,
Hey,
but
can
like
you-
I think the way John Wick it wouldn't have worked for him.
Here's
They
what
see
I
him
would
like,
do,
John Wick.
and it would be the most gruel situation of my life. I'd open up a sewage tank or
Oh my
whatever
God,
those
why?
the
Oh,
sewage
yeah,
bumpers.
manhole.
Manhole. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name. Perfect.
You're the
Crawl
wrong
down
business
manhole.
chief.
And they're like, "Oh man, we're
We're gonna
not
have to
chasing
fire
after
you."
that guy. Like he smells like shit now." Then I pop up at a random place, go to a Goodwill, pay for a bunch of homeless people's clothing, and then I'm just like,
Your own clothes will turn homeless pretty quickly.
Yeah, we
2 days
tried.
after
"Oh
wearing them.
please, please,
you already-
my
You're probably
my
dressed-
Calvin,
I was
my
gonna say.
Calvin Klein,
How much of your
my
outfit?
Calvin, my $45 Calvin Kleins."
You might have to buy clothes at the Goodwill to upgrade, honestly.
How much of your outfit's from Goodwill right now?
It probably is.
This is from Walmart. This is from Goodwill.
This
That's
is from,
embarrassing.
all my outfits from Goodwill right now.
Poor boy customs though. That is a regret I have for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
could
you
have
saw
bought
one
that
of those?
sweatshirt.
Of the same
No,
one?
it was in Philadelphia when we went up there.
There's two
I
of
feel like
them.
I had a story about him in Philadelphia, but I can't remember anymore. Hold on.
There was once a TV show. I don't know if it had a second season, but I thought it was a good idea for a show. They had a group of people that all applied, and they would go tell them that they were on the show, and like they got the application, and they had like an hour or so, maybe two, to grab what they wanted from their house and run away, and the last person to be found.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, they had like the FBI in on it,
No way. That'd be the
or
most.
like retired
that's-
FBI.
That would be the most fun I've ever had.
So in that
Ooh.
scenario, that's because I would definitely go homeless,
Go homeless,
for a
yeah.
month. I would withdraw as much money as I could. Now the withdrawal got a lot of people because that got them to the ATM. But if you're not hopping on like a nearby train or something like people did, and you were going homeless, I would withdraw as much money as I
take
could.
a lot of 90
I would
degrees.
pretend to be homeless, and then I would have like money to go to McDonald's or whatever. I don't think that anyone else is doing the homeless thing, so you would last longer than anyone.
Yeah.
You could be in downtown eating. whatever
Nobody
you
did the
wanted.
homeless thing.
I would.
I
Go
don't think
Tent
anyone did the
City,
homeless thing.
Like near like Chambly.
Yeah.
Could
There's
you
that
go?
bridge.
Could you just go to any distance, like
go wherever you
withdrawal,
wanted, I
and
think.
you could just go to California? Boom, we're in Georgia. Go
but,
to
like,
California.
If you went on a plane or something, you would get got because you'd be in the plane for like 2 hours, and
I think
they
I'd
would
try
know
and
you
hitchhike. That'd be
purchased it and
fun.
You were on a plane. The train was the best way of transportation, I believe.
Because it's just paperback.
You can buy a
Ticket,
cash
they give you a
ticket.
piece of
Yeah,
paper.
You're not showing your ID.
Right. That's a good one.
I mean, you could do like Uber or whatever as well. But if you could get enough food and you could go to somewhere in like the forest.
You
Yeah.
buy like, I
That's
would
all.
buy, if I was doing that with the food, I would go for like tuna cans or like SpaghettiOs if I was really trying to
You
like
could camp and
enjoy
like,
my time.
it'd be funny. if you-
SpaghettiOs would be beast. Come
Yeah.
on.
Especially if you're hungry in the woods.
SpaghettiOs are fire.
Yeah.
And then you throw them in a fire, heat them up. I mean, I haven't had SpaghettiOs since I was probably like 18.
Now, in John Wick's situation, I'm going to drive south as far as I can and probably just keep driving.
Yeah.
But he had to kill everyone.
All right, so that kind of reminded me of something I had a question of on my notes. John Wick slides a lot, you know, like he goes from like point A, like one side of the building, 20-foot slide to the other side, stabs a guy, right? How cool would it be just to have like almost like a jump zone, and it's like the most simplistic place you've ever seen.
Really slippery.
It's just a 20-foot building wide
And you could
by
slide.
60 or 100 feet long, however far you think you could slide. And they give you like a little like onesie that's like just the perfect sliding material, and they're like,
Get out
go for it.
They have
Try and
those.
set the record.
And at
No, they
the
don't.
end, it's like this like big alley, and then at the end there's like these 10 like big tall things, and you're supposed to knock them down.
Like you're a
Like you're a
bowling
bowling ball.
I'm just talking about a bowling alley,
ball.
but you could do it there.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome if you slid.
That'd
all
be
the way
tight
in
if
there.
it made like, if we were the size of a bowling ball, like,
Yeah.
and then they gave us like
Give you,
pins
like,
that
a
were the
helmet.
size.
Yeah,
But people
You
would
know what
cheat.
else
Like
I
they
would-
would spread out. It's not
And-
fair.
in
Well,
the
that's the point.
in the game show,
Everybody gets a strike.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I think the biggest thing would be getting there. So like it's either you get 0 pins or 10 pins. Because if you had to slide 80 feet
What
to
if-
get there, you got to get some
What if you
momentum.
just strap yourself up like a mental patient, and then your friends throw you into the pit?
I don't think you're going as fast. I think running and then sliding on
Yeah.
your knees might be the best bet, or sliding on your chest.
No, not if you're like this and you had two big dudes and they were like, and That way,
Heave
you're
hode?
heave hode.
If you had one of those boards that only stayed at like a skim board that is
Yeah.
for the beach, but only like the small parts, it's always great to see people who are beast at those.
Yeah, those are cool.
they should
It's,
put some
you're
of
like-
the skim boards in the freezer.
Oh.
Cover the bottom in ice.
Or
throw
maybe
that-
just have
do that
huge
and-
ice cubes. Could you imagine like laying on an
Holding
ice
on
cube
to
that
an
was
ice
this
cube.
big?
Or you could just go to a skating
Nipples cutting a hole in the ice cube. Huh?
rink. Just go to a skating rink.
Yeah,
An ice
right.
skating rink.
And look like an idiot.
And then take off your shirt and slide on the ice.
Lather, lather up in oil.
I would be dying, bro.
You could wear like long johns, but lather up in oil.
They would not let me in, bro. Don't worry. Nothing. Nothing is going on here.
I brought my own skates.
You're gonna try and slide across
Don't
the whole
worry, I
entire
brought my
skate
own
ring,
oil.
aren't you? No, sir, I
I
am
brought my
not.
own skate. In this bag, I have my
I
own
would
skates
never.
and my own thing of olive oil.
Yeah,
I got it.
I think Buddy would just say, "Listen, we close at 10. Come back at 10:30. Before we zamboni the ice, we'll let you try and slide." And then you'd be like, "Okay,
That's-
cool."
That's
But I'm
ruining
gonna
the
need you to Zamboni.
That's ruining the Zamboni.
Do you think they zambones like ice rinks? Like, oh, welcome to Fayetteville Ice
Yeah.
Rink.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
they
think
have
they're-
to. Do you
Yeah.
see how
Every
choppy
time?
those things get by the
True,
end?
true, true.
you do-
But
yeah.
like,
After
maybe
a
they
while,
just like. But what if you do this? What if you just melt the ice more
Way more.
overnight and then freeze it again?
Take
That
way
doesn't.
more
oh,
energy.
yeah, I guess it's just paying one guy.
Yeah.
Probably not a lot.
Zamboni's
If I
probably
was
expensive.
doing the,
Oh yeah, 80 grand maybe.
Yeah, I feel
more?
like it'd be
you're
a
gonna
lot
need
for
them to
someone
at least Zambone one lane for you to get max
Yeah.
slot.
Or
this is
I
a
would
great
be
idea.
zamboned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
if I was doing that show though, where I talked about going homeless for a month, I would also try and buy a GoPro because if I was gonna live homeless for a month, if you filmed the whole thing, you could probably sell
There
that
you go,
as a
that's how you die.
documentary. And then
That's
You
how
get
you
that.
lose.
You get that thing stolen.
It's
It'd
about
be
2
hidden.
hours. And it would not be by them. They would like the directors wouldn't even
Let's-
catch it. Some other homeless dude would stab you 3
Yeah,
times and
yeah.
then take your
I
GoPro.
also
I think-
believe that the show cheats because they have people filming you, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So I thought that the show was like they didn't want to make the FBI seem like a bunch of chumps. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, he's here. Find a way to find that he's
Yeah,
homeless and
Probably.
hide him
I,
out.
I think I would be very interested and terrified to join the homeless community because, like, you know,
That's
like,
why the
homeless
GoPro
people-
would be cool
they'd be
because you could
very-
sell that documentary.
very-
You'd have to
But
equal
homeless
their
people-
nutsness.
yeah, like a lot
You'd
of
have to
homeless,
pretend to be
there's
nuts.
there's a whole society to homeless people. Like
That we
Like,
don't even know.
they, yeah, like
There's an
there's
interchange.
like writings. There's like they have their own
Their own what?
They have like
Their own language.
bureaucracies put in place. They do. They have like it's like signs.
They probably have like
Like, they'll
markings that are like
they
this
do.
isn't a safe place to
That's
sleep.
exactly what it is.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
they'll
yeah.
have a triangle on a wall that means like you know it gets. I don't know. There's a lot of
Sketch here.
mosquitoes.
It's
here,
icy
whatever.
here,
Yeah,
boys.
but like
mosquito.
like they have their own language and they have their own hierarchy, and I think they'd be able to sniff you out immediately.
Here's what I would do with the GoPro though, Zach. I would make-
There's never been a new homeless person.
And they're like,
You smell like money.
yeah. But here's what I would do with my GoPro. I would give it a cover that made it look beat to shit, screen cracked, and I would also use it to my advantage to play nuts. Look at this GoPro I found, you know, and
Yeah,
then
but
it's
some
really,
other nuts person's walking up to you and stealing that.
Like in a
girl-
McDonald's cup.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Why is
true.
this guy yelling at a McDonald's cup right
And
now?
I could have it in the McDonald's cup.
Hey guys,
with a
I'm
hole
still
in it.
here. I'm not nuts. I'm so scared right now. I put the GoPro in a McDonald's cup.
This
They
guy
don't
wants
know.
my cup.
This guy's got a dirty needle. He keeps pointing it at me.
All right, back to the movie.
Oh, jeez, really? We might as well switch this to a Just Joust at
Okay.
this point.
Well, I just want to hit some hot topics. Do you
Oh, we hitting hot topic after this?
oh, look at Hudson, Mr. Search.
Already did. Where is he?
He doesn't
outside?
work
I
here
Don't
can't
anymore.
say that guy's name.
Okay, how about the old tatted lady who works in the call center?
Every single one of them was tatted.
Yeah, but the one lady's old and she's been there for some time. She's in every movie.
One of the dude that makes the phone calls, he's like,
The Penguin?
yeah, he's the penguin from the Batman. Nice.
Danny DeVito.
No,
No.
he's the Penguin.
It's
from
like a young
Gotham.
version, like Gotham, where it's like young Batman, young
I thought it was
penguin.
odd that you would say not just Danny DeVito.
Very true. If I knew this actor's name, I still would have just said the Penguin because
Yeah,
it's like
no one would know.
it's not a household name. Unfortunately for him.
How about when John Wick first gets excommunicado and he fights that guy in the library? Do you recognize him? He's in the NBA.
It's like one of the
NBA.
Gasols or
Boban.
Boban
Marjanovic. Did you think he looked?
I wrote
massive
a
in
question
the
mark.
movie?
I said, "What NBA player is this?" Like I knew it was one, but I wasn't gonna be like,
Could you tell he was massive?
yeah,
How tall would you guess he was?
7 foot,
He's
7'4".
6'11",
Yeah.
7'4".
Boban's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah,
He's like
but
the
7
biggest guy
foot
in the
seems like a
league.
good cutoff for every human.
You know what
being.
else? Speaking of height, though, when he fought those two Asian guys at the end, I didn't realize how small they were. But then he was fighting them on his knees, and it would be like throwing them over his shoulder, and they would be like right over his head.
Yeah.
The two
Some
little
of
guys.
these scenes, it's like some of the fight scenes. He like throws a motorcycle helmet at people. I'm like, that looked kind of like
He also sometimes you can tell when it's like a I don't know. It doesn't
it's like
look
a fake punch. and
He
then it's
looks
like-
kind of slow,
yeah.
and I'm like, how come you guys aren't just whipping up on Keanu Reeves right now? You guys are two fast Asian guys, and he's like, oh.
Yeah, and he's like fighting two guys, and it's like the Asian guy's like elbow, and Keanu Reeves is like, oh, forearm. And they're like,
Keanu Reeves.
yeah, and they're like, this is John Wick, and he's like,
I also love
Block.
the scene when he keeps getting thrown into those glass, and you can tell he's clearly like jumping into the glass thing. So
Oh, I
big,
didn't
like
notice,
a billion
like-
in a row.
oh yeah,
They'd like kick him, and he'd be like, "Whoa!"
slow down, hit the bulletproof glass again.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they both go through. I knew he wasn't gonna kill them because of like how much they loved him.
Yeah, they're like, Mr.
They're
Wick,
like, this
it's
is
an honor
Mr.
to
Wick,
fight
it's
you."
an honor. And then he beats both their asses. They fall through to like the next story through this glass like panel. And he's like,
Be seeing you.
I'll be seeing you, but in like their language. Because the whole time they're talking in their language, and it's like, does John Wick know every language or not? But he's
Cantonese.
not. I think it
does.
was very much Cantonese, which is weird that he said
How
that.
about one of the best scenes in this one, which kind of was like, oh, this
the
one's-
dog scenes.
The dog scenes were sick, but this is the best. This is one of my favorite scenes that made me be like, oh, this movie's better than the other ones. The throwing knife battle. It made me laugh.
Oh, at the very start? I
Yeah.
mean, like it was almost disrespectful the way that John Wick made a bunch of friends, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of like people that went up in training, like probably grew up together. John Wick would just throw them in front of like knives, and then all of a sudden you're throwing two knives into the back of your best friend.
But at first they were throwing knives at each other and no one could hit them.
They're
They were,
all
like,
missing.
bouncing off, but then they'd go like 4 in a row. Like
no, they were all in their friend's back because
Yeah.
they were all missing. Like they were throwing at John Wick. John Wick was missing. He was throwing them back at them. They're all missing. And then all of a sudden, John Wick like uses their friend as a bodyguard,
Just
and they're like, "Oh, well."
I just like
that seems familiar.
They probably did like 40 throwing knives, a bunch of misses in a row, but then he was zinging them.
Yeah. What did he do with like the Frankenstein? Like he had two pistols, and he was like,
Yeah. Why did he make a pistol?
And then he was like,
I feel like maybe it was a.
he like took two pistols, like took the like revolver out of the middle or something, like changed the barrel because he checked the revolver and the bullet wasn't big enough. So he was like, oh, this
My
gun
thought
will work.
is that.
No, I
like,
think I'm exactly right. But okay, keep going.
Oh,
sorry.
my thought was like, hey, this is a gun museum. We don't actually have these guns ready to fire. So he had like two guns. And he was like,
no firing pin or something.
yeah. And so he was like, well, I can take the firing pin from this one, put in this one.
I thought he
put it
switched-
in this one.
I don't know.
I was. It didn't explain.
And
it
then he
at
did
all.
this. He did this because like
And then he
they're like
clicked it.
shooting at this lock, and they're pretty much like in this place.
Mm.
But these are all like Asian dudes, and they all have knives. None of them came with guns. Ridiculous. But John Wick goes, and then like the revolver clicks the right way, and then he just like caps the dude. Boom.
Yeah, they also all fought him.
What was the craziest death? I feel like I saw the craziest death, but I can't remember.
One of them made me. Here's another good scene because it literally made me go, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
And Taylor was like, "What happened?" Because she was like hanging out in
Oh,
the kitchen.
ooh,
Uh,
that just made me think.
when he's
Oh.
in this place and he slaps this horse on the ass.
Oh,
and
and
the horse
just
kicks
double
the guy in
whacks
the
him.
head.
Yeah, he's got full control of anything that's got recoil because John Wick's just like pats a horse, kicks
I
this
mean,
dude in the
it
head,
was
and then it's
fast
like
as
pat,
shit.
pat, pat,
I'd
pat,
never
and then the
seen
horse
it.
is like boom, 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 boom.
I've never
And like
seen it.
just, I thought that part was kind of ridiculous.
I thought it was kind of fun.
The
Then he
knife
ties it-
scene, let's go back a little bit. The knife scene had some of the most gruesome, disgusting scenes back to back that I was like,
Tomahawk.
No, he had like had a knife and like it's always like they stop the knife.
They
and
love
then he's
doing
like,
that.
It's always
Yeah.
like it's 10 times and like, and then John Wick just is like, they're holding the knife and he's holding it with one hand and then he's just like kadoosh kadoosh and hitting it with his other arm and it just slowly goes into this dude's skull, dead.
Or how
Next
about,
second he locks this dude down. And then it's like in his eye, almost same thing, and just slowly like
Oh, yeah,
puts
that was
this.
gruesome.
I was like, dude, come on! I don't want to see this.
Yeah, but this is a nothing compared to like The Boys or anything that shows like gore.
Get ready for Poughkeepsie.
Oh,
tapes.
the boys! Have
Oh,
you seen all the
God.
boys?
I thut you said it wasn't like that.
Wait,
I mean,
what did
it's
you say?
not
Poughkeepsie?
like
What?
that, but it
I
is.
thought
I
it
gotta
wasn't
watch that
Poughkeepsie.
stupid Poughkeepsie
I thought it was
tapes.
called Blue.
What?
No, that's called. There's. I mean,
What's Poughkeepsie tapes? When are we
That's the
watching
scariest movie he's ever seen. We're watching it in October.
that? Oh, ugh.
Ew.
I'm not gonna like that.
no, you're gonna hate it.
I think
Yeah,
we
I
should
know.
also watch some of the classics. I don't think I've ever seen the first Exorcist.
I'd
Oh,
like to
wow.
watch
I'll
that
give
movie
you a-
alone, though.
I'll give
No.
you a why. It's not that scary.
You're
I
gonna
just-
shit your pants.
Well, yeah, because I don't want Hudson to be like, oh,
I'm not gonna talk.
Yeah, yeah.
what a
but
bitch.
Wouldn't
I'm
you
gonna
think
be like,
that would
I
be-
wasn't scared at all.
Don't you
And
think that would be helpful to the fear, though?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's always better watching a scary movie with somebody else if you're like actually scared of it.
I don't know. Is this gonna turn me into like a guy who likes nightmares like you?
Are you saying is it gonna turn me into me? Is that what?
Yeah,
freak?
I don't really want to be a freak.
You don't want to be me.
I mean,
Am I
I
gonna
thought
start
you were
wearing
a
a
cool dude
mask?
until you said that whole nightmares thing.
You know.
Now I
well,
have nightmares about you.
Good. Maybe
Yeah,
you like them. Maybe you start liking 'em.
No, not until after
Anybody
Poughkeepsie
want a
tapes.
peanut?
How about when those guys at the end, the most bulletproof dudes of all time, and they're
Huh.
like, "We need a new gun."
Oh yeah, their body armor, and he keeps like so these guys are just armored to the deck, and it's like if your ski mask was like bulletproof,
Yeah.
shooting, and they're just like bum bum bum, and they're just like still losing to John Wick because he'll like shoot them enough that they're like they'll fall down, and then
They'll
they'll
pick up their mask, shoot.
pick
him
up their
in the-
mask, shoot him in the neck 3 times. It was beast.
Why
That
did he
is
shoot
beast.
him so many times? For instance, the guy in the pool. For one, do bullets really do that in the pool? I mean, the guy shot his gun, and it was immediately like.
The bullet went slow motion, or just like the water motion behind it, because it cut through water, right?
No, I'm pretty sure you could see the bullet going like.
No, it doesn't do that.
I
The
mean, he
bullet
shot it
Yeah.
from the water, not into the water. The guy
No,
who
the
shot.
bullet would not.
And then
be
John
that
Wick
slow.
swam up to him, shot him in the neck, blood everywhere. Goes, shoots him again in the neck, shoots him like in the rib.
Yeah, why you shoot him so many times?
I have no idea. And then also the bulletproof guys, they were like, "We need something that can take this." They get the shotguns,
And then
blow
it's
his
all,
head
why are they
clean
not?
off.
Why weren't they using that from the start?
I don't know.
But the dude, the concierge, might be my favorite character, and he's just.
R.I.P.
Oh, he actually died. That was one of my
Real-
questions.
real
Real
life.
life. Did
Lieutenant
he make
Rawls.
it through all of John Wick?
I doubt he's in the fourth one.
Ugh. It breaks
was
my
in the-
freaking heart.
He was in The Wire.
He was
Watching
great.
that right now. It
He was
slaps.
absolutely great.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
And he's Lieutenant Rawls, but he's great. So is the manager. Love him.
Yeah,
We should get him on the pod.
that'd be nice.
I need to hit him up for John Wick 4.
If he's lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see these guys everywhere. Lieutenant Rawls, if he was alive, he would totally have done it.
No, he wouldn't. He's still famous.
But
If he
when
lived
you
in
see
recognize
him-
him.
Palmetto, Georgia, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to call him.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Hey,
Also,
we got your number off of Quickie Links. Want to be on our podcast? You're live to my mom, my dad, and my brother.
You're on a group call right now.
John Wick always gets.
Everybody say hello. Hello. We're great fans. What the hell?
We got a podcast. We got about 20 listeners.
Yeah, we
Love
should
to have
just
you on it.
take their privacy away from them. Anyway, so Halle Berry comes in, and
With
she's got
dogs.
2 I can't remember the start of the Mouniers. It's like something Mounier.
I think you're thinking of
Monnier. It's like a German Shepherd, and then there's like German Shepherd.
Maltese.
No, Monnier.
Bolognese.
That's
a
a
thing.
dish.
Hollandaise.
Oh,
Hollandaise
I
is
think that's
also
right.
a dish.
That's a sauce.
That's a sauce.
It's the
yeah,
tits.
yellow
That's
sauce.
good. Yeah, it's more white. It's got a yellow.
Oh, it's definitely yellow. It's definitely
it's
not
a,
white.
It's a pale yellow.
Paleo.
A pale yellow is a yellow.
Still a
Oh,
yellow.
Belgian Malinois. That's what I'll say.
Malinois.
For
Oh, it's
now.
Malinois.
Shit. And I'm just like, But these are definitely the dogs, and they're like more high octane than German Shepherds.
What's
They seem like
octane?
my nightmare.
Just
I
like
almost said
more energy.
More
energy
energy?
than German Shepherds.
Those
They're
dogs
bigger.
were sick.
But they're like 60 pounds compared to like a 90-pound German Shepherd.
Oh, I
so
thought they were bigger.
no, they're
No,
smaller.
they look smaller.
They're smaller and they're less furry, so they also look smaller because of that.
True.
But they're beast, and they're like, I wouldn't say they're smarter than German Shepherds. I would say German Shepherds does everything better,
Yeah.
but they're also like a good like, oh well, let me just get a Belgian Malinois.
Do you recognize the
A
bad
poor
guy in
man's
that
German
one?
Shepherd.
Oh yeah, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Braun.
And then Bronn got Tyrion Lannister in a classic. Who's the guy that got eaten by the dogs at the end of Game of Thrones? At the end of his time. with Game of-
Ramsay Bolton.
See, so like almost like 3 characters in Game of Thrones with that one guy.
What was he thinking killing a dog? It's like he hasn't seen John Wick
What a
1 or
dick,
John
by
Wick
the
2.
way. Yeah, what was he thinking? And
Yeah.
also,
Let me kill an
I'm like-
assassin's dog.
so he shoots. He's like, all right, well, I just did you a favor. Like I had this conversation with John Wick. I need something in return. And Halle Berry's kind of like, what the
She's
hell?
got
Like
2
this is
beast trained
unfair.
dogs that have been eating everybody. up
Yeah.
until this
So
point.
he's like, I'll take that dog. And she's like, you're not taking my dog. There's no way you're taking this dog. And she has 2 of them, but she's like, no way you're taking this dog. So he's like, okay, well, if I'm not taking this dog, then I'll kill this dog. He pulls out a gun, shoots the dog in the like body
Bulletproof
armor.
vest.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I thought this dog was still maybe dead. Nah, he was back eating balls like
He
30
was
seconds
perfectly
later.
fine really soon.
And then she like kind of over exaggerates at this point because she shoots him like 3 times, has her dog attack his nutsack, and then shoots him in the knee. Yeah, he went nuts.
Bit of an overreaction.
Yeah, for your dog not dying, but your dog was shot.
Mhm.
What would your reaction be if I shot Riggs? He's not dying.
How are you going to shoot him and he's not dying?
A little pepper. A
Like
pepper.
body armor?
Yeah.
He has body armor on and you just shoot my dog?
Yep.
Dude!
Not
What are
you, guys.
Thinking?
You're being so silly right now.
That's so dangerous.
That
I
was
don't
not
know.
cool, man.
I mean, I would be like,
I think your first question would be like, when did
Why?
you get a gun and a dog-proof vest?
Yeah.
why'd you put my
Or
dog in a bulletproof
Dog
vest? And
bulletproof
and then
vest.
try
shoot
and
him.
shoot
You'd
it.
be like, you spent $1,000.
did you want me to put you in a bulletproof vest?
Shoot
No. Yeah,
Here's a
okay, I
question.
mean,
John Wick has a pit bull. Started off in the end of the first one as a puppy. Do you think it's the same pit bull for all 3 movies?
yeah,
Same actor?
I think so. I mean, they did it close enough that I think it's the same dog actor. Is there a name for that? I'm sure people in the dog, like
Doctor.
the animal,
Dog acting community.
yeah, like
think
people
dog
that have
and
like pets that
Yeah,
they
you
want
just
to
put-
be actors.
Yeah.
They
think
have a
that's
name.
The
I
people
think
that
it's
know-
broad.
I think that's what a doctor is.
Oh,
Dog
what?
actor. Doctor.
Nah.
Yeah, that was,
Nah. That was rough.
yeah. You know what?
That was rough. Dog.
That was funny. That was rough.
You know what? You
don't
guys
have to be funny.
laugh at my joke or else.
Well,
This
just
thing's
know,
loaded.
just know we're laughing at you, John, not with you.
The more you act like it's loaded, the more chance we get canceled.
If it's loaded,
Bang bang.
Okay. That would have been
Bang!
that would have been the best episode ever.
Shoot, it would have been a moment of silence and then just all out laugh fest, dude. I couldn't have
We
handled
probably all would have been grabbing our ears because it hurt so bad. Ringing for 5 minutes.
that would have been probably the funniest thing ever.
Yeah. Next time.
Next
Put a
time,
bullet in
John
there.
Wick
John Wick
4.
Look out.
Number of
great
bullets per
Do
episode.
y'all
It's
ever
a
think
fake
about like
gun.
the sound of guns? Like whenever like, you know, in movies, like people are popping off hella in a building.
Your adrenaline, I think, helps you
Hell-
in real like situations like
Oh,
that.
you're like, you wouldn't be like,
Oh,
Yeah, I
dude, it
feel
is
like-
loud as shit.
Yeah, dude. Like if I'm in there, John Wick's firing bullets, 30 assassins. I didn't watch the movie, but like they're in a building at some point.
everybody's
Firing
firing
guns.
guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think your adrenaline
You
helps
got
you.
it exactly
when it's
right
real.
there,
But
buddy.
they don't. It doesn't help you hear.
No, I think you're fine.
I think it's just a
I really
continuous
do.
ring that you're like, I'm either going to
Yeah.
die or like, you're not like,
You're like just in adrenaline ring mode.
you can't do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta have your hands free, and it doesn't even matter because John Wick's gonna kill you.
But you can't hear at that point, which is interesting. 'cause,
Here's
like,
what
you
I'll say
probably
that
run
you
up on
reminded me
someone.
of, and it's in
easier.
my notes. I hate sound effects sometimes. Because sometimes, like, this Asian dude at the end, there's, like, 2 Asian guys, and they're fighting John Wick at the end. And this guy does, like, this, like, classic karate move. And it's like...
Yeah.
And it's like, and then I just start, like, flinging my arms in the air, like...
Never a sound.
like, trying to break wind, apparently. Like,
Like the
that's what
sound
happened.
barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you think it would be way worse without
It
it?
would be.
Imagine if they're fighting, there's no music.
You
there's...
just hear.
Music, they could put music or like a knife. It's like no matter the size of the knife, it's like
You can make
it's got the vibration.
You can make a sling noise with a knife though. Like
Yeah.
if I have a sheathed knife and I take that makes a little noise.
I'll go grab my katana right now. No way you can make a sheathing sound, but we're not gonna do that. Yeah.
It's the most silent weapon in the game.
That's true. It's meant to not make a sound.
All right, so we're about at that point now. I mean, calling this a review of John Wick 3 is laughable.
Now he's John Wick. Okay, he goes through the desert, and he is going.
Oh, bro,
what's
so
popping up on the computer? By the way, this happens every episode, and it goes. Ba-dum.
what are you
Uh,
bothered by?
It was like a
it's just like
notification
ads.
about
It's
Instagram.
not showing up on our.
You can hear it
Podcast.
on the pod.
Well, you can hear it. Deal with it. I'll try and turn it off, but
Turn the shit off.
well, bitch about it next time we're off air. You son of a bitch.
I wanted to remember because I'm hearing
so
it
that
right
you
now.
could just bitch at me in front of all of our fans. Thanks a lot.
Mr. Leaves
Oh,
the
so
sound
anyway,
on his
so this
phone.
dude from Game of
Off the
Thrones,
text.
this dude from where John was going poorly. This dude from Game of Thrones is like, if
Not
you
where I
want
was
to
going.
talk to the elder,
Yeah.
go into the desert, walk for 2.3 weeks, and then keep walking.
Walk
and
until
then
you
once
cannot
you're,
walk anymore.
and then once you're
walk
about to
farther.
die,
He will
he will
find
come,
you.
or he might not.
The elder, who wasn't even that old.
And yeah, he was 40 years old.
What
and-
movie's he in?
I thought it was like a brain twister. Like, oh, he's in Las Vegas. But no,
A riddle?
John Wick just walks into the desert and keeps walking until he passes out, and then a camel picks him up.
What movie?
Okay.
All right.
Somebody
you get
wants
to talk,
attention.
John.
What movie was the elder from?
I don't know.
He was in Wonder Woman.
Ugh.
I was just testing you to see if you get it.
Man. All right, let's do our franchise game.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me talk about the elder real quick. The reason I was getting there is because to gain forgiveness, he had to chop his finger off.
Yeah, ring
you think you
finger.
could do
any
that?
Ibs? I mean, no.
No,
But
I'd be like,
if it's death or cut your ring finger off, then sure. Yeah.
And I think I could do that if I lived his life. Like if I had killed
Yeah.
100 people.
he had never cut his own finger off.
Yeah, but
No,
I'm not John
like,
Wick.
If I had saw that much violence, if I had inflicted that much violence upon people and people had inflicted that much violence upon me, I
Like,
think it would
I
be
could
different.
probably cut my finger off, and
I could do it if
I
I
don't
was
know.
John Wick.
Yeah.
And I think it's more of like, just like if
he
you
took
were
that
jumping
chisel
off of
and
a high.
just.
Oh, you take a
Yeah.
chisel?
Oh yeah,
Well,
he
he
takes
did it
like a
when- it
rusty
looked
old
like a-
chisel and just is like,
He did it in
Yeah,
one
it doesn't
fluid
work.
and then
blow.
he takes his ring off of his like it's his wedding ring finger.
Yeah.
He takes his wedding ring off of his like cut off finger, hands it to the guy, and he's like, "I'll accept this offering." And then they're like, "Here's a little, here's something you can burn your finger on." And then he shoves his finger in that, and he's like,
If he just wanted the wedding ring, why didn't he just hand it to him? Say, "Oh,
"No, I think
is
it
that
was
what
like
you want?"
offer. It was an offering that was like,
Yeah, I get that it was the fingy, but if it was the fingy and he just talked about he wanted to live to remember his wife, why don't you want to die? Go see if you can be with your wife.
I think that's how the elder knew that it was so important to him to stay
Okay,
alive.
okay. So
Cut
he-
off his wedding ring finger, and the only reason he wants to stay alive at this point is to remember his wife. Then he gives him his wedding ring and leaves his wedding finger behind.
Little cheese.
Yikes. All right, so let's do our franchise game. You can just have an opinion on this one. So we're going to do like movie franchises, top 8.
Top 8 movie franchises?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, John, flip the coin.
Okay. Hudson, is he competing?
I can.
You can go off the top of the dome?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
I don't know about 8, but
No, you just need 4. But
Yeah, it's
you,
now
you
it's
really
12.
need
So it's
12
4,
just
4,
in
4.
case we
I
take
get,
yours.
I get what you. All right, yeah.
All right, Zach. You
He
still
doesn't go first
You're gonna
anymore.
go second. Yeah, he can go first.
Why?
I
We
don't
already
have
gave
any-
him first
I
go.
don't have any of the. Yeah, I didn't
Okay,
have time.
fine. Give him
Okay,
first.
Zach.
Heads.
It was tails. I go second.
This is bullshit.
All right,
Hey,
so
man.
it's
You've been
mine.
winning lately. Yeah.
Just to piss y'all off, I'm gonna go Harry Potter #1.
That was my number 1.
I think it was my.
I don't even know what you're
It was
hearing.
my number 1. Okay.
I think it was maybe.
I'm going to go with the Avengers.
Oh, I'm good with that. I'll go Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, nice.
I really love Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm gonna go Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, never even seen any.
Yeah, we're fine with that.
Yeah.
Next, I'm gonna go Blade.
I'm gonna go.
Fine with me.
I'm gonna go Batman.
I'm gonna go Spider-Man.
That's a good one. I
Y'all
almost
just
had.
all about the superheroes.
Yeah, but they are.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh wow! I didn't
No,
even
you
have
got
it.
some goods off the top of the dome.
Yeah, I didn't have that on
that's
my list.
impressive. No,
I'm gonna
me
go
neither.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, no, on my list. I'm gonna go Shrek.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a good
Shrek's a
one.
good one.
That's a good one. Even though,
And in the third,
even though I don't really like it that much. Just off of greatness, I'll go Star Wars.
respectable.
I'm
That
gonna
was like
do-
my number 8, just out of like,
Yeah,
Star
yeah,
Wars, I
same thing.
guess.
And I got the same vibe, but probably even further. I mean, this movie's I like it. I'll have to watch again, which we will. Godfather.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Godfather
it's
1,
like-
Fire. Godfather 2 and 3. You're like,
No, 2. I
that's
think
a
it's
pretty
fire
long
2.
movie. So
2,
3 is
3's just bad.
All right, I'm gonna go round this out with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, I made my list.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any honorable
Hey, we did
mentions?
good. You
I
did
didn't-
really good for not having a list in
Yeah.
front of you. That was crazy.
Hey, I'm on a movie
Even
podcast.
2, like, you could say that now.
What did he say?
He said, "Hey, I have a movie podcast."
Every time I say anything about a movie, Zach will be like, "Well, I do have a movie podcast."
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
dude,
Oh,
do
I
you
always
even
do
know
that,
about this movie? And I'm like,
Have you seen this?
no,
Yeah,
who
well,
you're talking to?
I kind of have to. It's kind of my living.
Duh.
Okay.
How do you think I eat?
I said James Bond,
James Bond. I saw on the list. Didn't want to put it on there.
Hunger Games.
I put The Incredibles on my list.
That's not us.
That's 2. I feel like you need 3 to be a franchise.
Okay.
That's not.
Hey, whoa. Take it easy.
X-Men,
X-Men's fired. That might.
Fast and Furious.
X-Men
I
needs to
think- I
like
love the
clear
Fast
the
Furious
slate of
You
what
love
they
the Fast and
did.
Furious?
I mean, they're terrible, but
Yeah. I mean, it's up there.
He was like, yo, me and Matt are gonna go. Matt Aiken, you met him. He was like, me and Matt are gonna go see Fast and Furious 10 in theaters. You wanna come? And I'm like, dude, there is no way I can give Fast and Furious any more of my money.
Yeah, we never did.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like there was like rain or something, or like I was cooking here,
Yeah,
How about
and
Jurassic
then Matt
Park?
just ended up pulling up.
I like the first ones. I hate those.
The Chris Pratt one,
The
Chris Pratt
first
ones are-
Chris
and I
Pratt one
live
was
for
good.
Chris Pratt. I like Chris
Wow.
Pratt a lot.
I thought the first Chris Pratt one was good.
I thought they were all.
He does the raptor thing. He's like, whoa, Blue.
Yeah.
Hey, Blue.
I just didn't like. It was like the female protagonist, the
Yeah.
redheaded girl.
She's too fat.
What?
Whoa!
I'm just
If anything,
kidding.
she
She's
should
not
put-
fat. She is in the show Black Mirror. She's in.
Was she fat in that one too?
Oh, she was huge.
Seriously.
Yeah,
She was the
wasn't-
least 135.
I meant she wasn't fat in Jurassic World, but she was a little bit chunky in Black Mirror.
That wasn't my
kidding me?
only qualm with her.
What are you saying? She's fat in Jurassic World?
I've never seen her fat like the whole
She's
time.
never been
from,
fat,
like,
John.
it's like the squid. She was in the Squid movie, right?
Squid
You know
Game?
the alien movie where the squids come down and then she's like keeps going to this like weird like stasis. She's like a professor.
Oh my God, that is a different lady.
Yeah, I don't know. who you're
That's a
talking
rival.
Redheads, bro.
That
Redhead
lady,
women.
of course,
Every
I
time
would
I see
call-
this,
about. Dude.
What's that?
every
girl's
time I
name?
see this guy in a
Of course I'm
redhead, I'm
gonna
like,
call-
oh, yo.
Of course, if you think it's her, Lois frickin' Lane, that I wouldn't think she
That's
was
the same
fat.
girl.
She was skinny as shit.
Yeah,
But
same girl.
in that movie, she's the protagonist, and she's horrible. Like she's a horrible person.
Who are we talking about again?
The Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park. I think her name's Bryce
Oh, yeah,
Dallas
yeah, yeah.
Howard.
You knew her name?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
They all know each other's names.
Yeah. It was in the quarterly.
Yeah.
It's in a group message.
But like she's just like she has no redeeming qualities. Like I would have to rewatch
she's
the movie.
fat.
And she's fat. She's not even
and she's fat.
she's
dude.
not even skinny.
Dude,
Okay.
this is a picture we'll just do real quick. I had this thought before my mom said something because this is my nephew Finn and
You
one of
already
his.
thought that because
I had this
it was
thought.
great.
I
when
had
Mom
this thought
said it.
before, but me and Hudson met in 3rd grade. This is kindergarten, but like it's like my nephew Finn and like his own little Hudson.
Yeah. That
But
kinda,
don't you
yeah.
think? Once my mom said that looks like Zach and Hudson
That is
growing
cute,
up.
though.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
it's
that's
adorable.
cute.
Doesn't look like me. No, that's a child.
Zach thinks.
What do you mean?
Zach thinks every redheaded person ever looks like me.
You do
I
a
don't look
spot
like-
on, spot on me.
Yeah, very good. He's very.
That is what irks Hudson the most.
Oh,
it's
it's
the worst.
irksome. It's irksome.
It irks him.
It's irksome.
But
Just
we were,
imagine
like-
going down the road.
We were at
You
peak.
probably see 30 brunette guys, right?
Please.
And imagine your friend being like,
Whoa! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh, it's like they're everywhere.
You don't spot.
Talk to them.
You don't spot a lot of redheads.
That
And
is the
most of them
difference.
look just like you. We were peak aggravation in Boston.
Oh, he was
And this
pissed
is
about
like
that?
Janine's already getting us
he
turned
was
up.
pissing me off.
Janine's already getting us us both. Our gears are just turning. We're pissed off. We
Yeah.
get to the airport. Hudson ruins my skateboard. Just a whole different story,
What
regardless.
happened to it?
The way I packed it,
His like industrial grade skateboard just like scraped all the like.
I packed them like grip tape to grip tape, and his got messed up. Mine didn't.
Nice.
Yeah, his was. I mean, built to last.
Built for
Oh,
it, though.
going to Boston, got to
But
pack
so,
the
like,
boards, bruh.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
much
no, I
boarding
bought-
did you do?
We did a
No,
lot of boards.
Hudson's like, you got to buy a board in New York. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll buy a board. So I buy this like board from like this company called Labor. And Hudson's like taking all of the like, he's taking the helm. I'm like, dude, I don't know what I want. So just give me a board. So he's like, all right, he
He
needs
bought
wheels
you one with
bigger.
some shitty grip tape.
I
Yeah.
bought him. I bought
No, they set it
bought
up.
you just some grip
The
tape.
whole thing's pretty funny. So he's like, he needs wheels that are big enough to go over curbs. And then this guy gives us like these tiny ass wheels. He's like, these will probably do.
Well,
And
what had happened was, Labor is a very like cool guy skate shop. You know what I mean? And skating is already like, hey, I'm a cool guy.
I needed
skate.
wheels this big.
And
Yeah.
when we go in there, you don't want them to let them smell fear. You know what I mean? Like
And
you
I
gotta
was-
act
I
like
was
you've been
reeking
there.
of
These
it.
are
He
New
was-
York
he-
skateboarders, dude.
Very big deal.
They will
And it-
smell fear a
Zach,
mile
Zach
away.
walks in, with his Thrasher hoodie on.
Oh, no.
Look-
I did have a Thrasher hoodie.
Looking like
I
a
should have flipped it
17-year-old
inside out.
girl that carried
Why didn't you tell me to
around
flip it
his
inside out?
paddleboard.
Where was your ski mask?
Yeah, you should have been
True.
keeping it up.
Yeah.
And
But
then-
anyways, Hudson's so embarrassed at this whole entire thing that they're like, we get all the pieces and parts together, and they're like, do you guys want me to put it together for you? And Hudson's like, no, we're fine.
I could do it
And
myself.
there's 45-mile-per-hour winds. We have no like pocket knife or anything. So Hudson like applies the grip tape and starts just like scraping it off with like the nearest by rock with the sharpest edge,
Yeah.
like a caveman. And he does it for like,
definitely made him put it together.
oh,
for me.
I was like, dude,
We
what are
should've.
we doing?
I
Was
really-
it any extra cost?
No,
No.
he was like
No,
trying
not
to
at
be
all.
nice, and Hudson was so embarrassed about
I was
his
so stressed
skate
out being in there
profile.
at this point. I just had
You'll
to get
never
out
see
of there.
that guy again.
I know,
No, yeah, I don't know.
but anyways,
Very
we go to
nice.
Little Italy or whatever,
Plus,
like in New York.
honestly, it really wasn't even that. I really just wanted to put the board together because it was like, I don't know. I just thought it was cool. Like you buy your board, you should want to put it together. I
But
don't
you
know.
had to do it in the winds.
I mean, I had to.
And
Do it. I would get it
took,
outside.
it took 2.5 hours. Hudson's hands were bleeding by the end.
My hands were bleeding.
I mean, he looked like a caveman. He was trying to like make a spark with 2 rocks.
And
He was like,
the most embarrassing thing is that we're in front of a skate shop. We're in Chinatown, so there's like a lot of skateboarders skating by,
Yeah.
and they clearly are like
Ugh.
skating by, being like, "Damn, dog! Like there's a skate shop right there."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And I'm like trying to pick up the trash because meanwhile there's 40-mile-per-hour winds and there's just plastic flying everywhere. So I'm just trying to scrape it all up while Hudson's doing his job. But anyway, so we go to Little Italy and like we have like spaghetti and then like I think it's called Little
eggplant
Italy.
Parmesan. Yeah.
Little Italy
Yeah.
in New York.
Ugh.
So we go to Little Italy.
Ugh.
Little Italy.
Yeah.
And then so we have leftovers and I got my brand new board and Hudson's like, you know what? Just take it. We'll take the leftovers. We'll eat it when we get back
How
to the
to
hotel
ride.
later. Yep. So I take about 10 strides and I'm just
No,
going.
you lasted a long time.
I mean, I lasted. The whole thing I did on the board was more walking than I did skating.
Yeah.
It's like, wait up. And I'm just like, and then I run to like a hill that was then like a steady decline and then I go down that. Anyways, at some point, I hit a curb that's just curbing a little bit too hard. There's like a divot inside the sidewalk that's a little too heavy. I hit it. Boom. Little Italy. All over the ground. My face all over the ground. And like he was just like, throw it away in this trash can. And there was like a trash can and just tossed it. But the New York trip was fun. Boston was fun. John Wick, he's in New York. Oh, you know the train station that John. Oh, you guys are both here. These are the guys I wanted to talk to. You know the train station we skated in
Grand Central.
Yeah. John Wick shows up there. We skated through that skate park for like 30 seconds
Oh,
before
it's not a
somebody was
skate
like,
park, but we made it one.
skate park. Yeah, we skated through that train station.
We
Oh,
skated
yeah?
through
Yeah,
Grand
like
Central,
every-
which was sick.
Oh,
because,
it was
like,
beast as
'cause,
F.
like, you know, like, I don't know, you imagine like a planetarium or something. It was just cool because you're skating, so you don't have to like do anything. So we're just like on this, like, you know,
It
just
felt
moving
silk.
while you're looking up, and it was so cool.
And you're
That
just
is
going
cool.
through these tunnels until a security guard was like, get off.
Did
But
he?
it's cool that we could
He
say
wasn't
that.
that mad, but yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could skate.
He
I mean,
can.
all you gotta do is kick your leg and put
I
your
just
feet back
Kick
I
up.
push,
always
kick
knew that
push.
you occasionally had a skateboard lying around, but I thought
I
that was
always
more
buy.
for,
I'm
like,
such a poser, bro.
yeah.
I can't make
I was
carpets, but I have a carpet maker.
I thought that was to go with your thrasher. You've made half a good carpet.
I know, but I won't finish it for some reason. Maybe next week. I
Yeah.
got a week off.
Yeah.
I should
All right.
finish it.
I have another.
I'll put it
game.
right there.
This
All
one's
right.
called John Zack, Chapter 1.
John Zack.
Course of action. All right. You're leaving work, and all you have is rigs and a box cutter. A group of triads attack you.
Try it.
One karate master, one with a samurai sword, and one with a six-shooter. How do you attack?
Sick rigs on their balls.
But you have three guys.
Do I have guns?
You have
Yeah, you have
a
a
box
box
cutter.
cutter.
I keep driving.
You're not driving.
That's the right answer. Oh, he's not driving.
Well, I die.
Well, which one do you take rigs on?
I sick rigs on the. Okay, give me their three weapons again, please.
You're leaving work, and all you have is rigs and a box cutter.
Rigs on a box cutter. I'm fine.
A group of triads attack you.
Triads.
One karate master, one with a samurai sword, and one with a six-shooter. How do you attack?
I sick rigs on the 6-shooter.
Easy.
Yeah.
I go after the karate master with my box cutter,
I think that's right.
and then
You hope
Do
Riggs
your
can
best.
we
take
die
out
by the
two.
katana. I mean,
Riggs
I don't
probably
know
can take out
anything
two.
Yeah, no, at that point, so you sicked Riggs on the 6-shooter. We're saying Riggs took out that guy.
hopefully.
We're saying you killed the guy with the kung fu.
Yeah.
And now it's you and Riggs versus Katana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think
at
you
that
can live. I
point-
think you
That's
did it
if
the
all
right
thing
way.
goes well.
I think you
Yeah.
did it the right
Yeah.
way, and then you just hope for the best. Okay.
Yeah.
Scenario 2. A dwarf fighting a sumo wrestler, creating some sort of Superman, jumped
hell?
you in an alley. You were going to work out, and you just so happened to bring your own Bowflex attachment, one of those 2-foot ropes with the plastic balls at the end. What
Yeah.
is your attack plan?
Oh, obviously. So
I think it's
you
obvious
seem a
as
little
well.
bit confused. I jump up in the air. I grab the dwarf by the neck, bring him down first. I punch him in the face.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Knock.
That means that you're looking at his back, though. He's facing you. He's trying to attack.
Well, it's sumo. It's dwarf stack on sumo, right?
Yeah.
So I run past the sumo, latch the rope that you're talking about around the dwarf's head, pull him off the sumo, knock him out. He's done. He's already
That was
out.
a good sound effect.
That
Yeah.
was good.
I thought you hated those.
Yeah, all you gotta do is slap your bicep.
It's nice.
But anyway, so then I don't know what I'm doing with the sumo. I'm probably going for the sumo's Achilles. Anything below
I
like
thought this
waist
was
down,
obvious, and
easy
you
for
haven't taken
sumos.
this the obvious route.
Break his knees.
No, you got this thing with a ball on it. You got a sumo holding the door on
Whip
top of his
'em
head,
in
right
the
in the
dick.
nuts.
Yeah, whip 'em
Immediately.
in the
And then
dick.
they both just fall down, and then you beat them with that thing.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
easy.
Hey,
All right.
sorry.
Number
You tried
3.
to be interesting with it.
Or, I mean, I did better than him.
You woke. This one's good. This one's tough.
Okay.
You woke up with no idea of where you are or how you got there. You sit up to realize you're
Wednesday.
on a, you're, you sit up to realize you're on a dog pound of loose pit bulls. You are wearing nothing but an outfit fashioned out of sausage links, T-bone steaks,
What?
chicken cutlets, and
So
bacon.
somebody's trying to kill me.
How do you escape?
I climb up the fence.
You're gonna get eaten.
I climb up the fence, drop all the clothes that they want to eat, and then I get out of there. I'm not
Yeah,
killing a pit
I
bull.
do it the other way around.
and then the
Cut-
first thing
cut
you
off-
do is you gotta
off
get
all the
naked.
clothes,
yeah, you gotta get rid of those
I'd
clothes.
throw them in a
Throw
corner.
the T-bones,
Oh,
throw
you
the sausage
think?
links,
So you think they're already like when I wake up? I'm assuming that I wake up to them being like,
licking you. Yeah, they're probably eating at your ankle.
yeah.
So I
See,
think
so
you
I'll
gotta
just like
immediately
climb
get
up,
naked.
bail on it, get out of there.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same thing,
And
just vice versa.
If I'm around 30 pit bulls, even if they're super pissed off, if I have that much meat on my bones, like, and I'm throwing them over in a corner, they got to be satisfied at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
Yeah,
No,
they're
they're
gonna
good.
eat stuff.
Yeah.
No, I think you got it. The obvious answer was take your meat clothes off.
Yep, meat
Feed
clothes.
it to 'em.
Everybody's been there.
Wouldn't that be a hilarious way to wake up? I mean, terrifying, but after you
hilarious.
got out of it,
Hilarious after the fact.
after you escaped, you could be like, "Who did that?"
That's when you gotta stop drinking. Listen,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, you're riding a white stallion you found at the Civil War reenactment.
Oh,
You
great.
found a musket with one-shot attached to the saddle. A group of Yakuza on motorcycles attack you with samurai swords. What do you do?
I used the musket as a sword first, do a couple blocks, wait for the perfect shot, shoot that guy. How many Yakuza are there?
6.
That's not fair. I die.
I gave you my answer.
Okay,
All right.
perfect.
I'm on the horse. They're on motorcycles, right?
Uh-huh.
So I flip the musket upside down. I'm using it as a battering ram,
I
or
didn't
like a
hear
club,
motorcycle
like
part.
polo.
Yeah.
I'm running over as many of them as I can with the horse. I'm at this point. The horse
Horse is
got-
better than a
the-
motorcycle.
The horse is better than the motorcycle. I'm thinking by the end of this, the horse is gonna die.
For
Ah,
sure.
alright.
I think
Damn,
one
sacrifice my
motorcycle
horse.
might
I'm
break a
running
horse's
over
leg.
a bunch of people. I'm saving that bullet for the end for the horse.
Ah.
Oh, wow. What a hero.
What a
That
valiant
was a
way to
good
go.
one.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
smart.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm stabbing Yakuzas. I'm shooting one.
How'd you
then I'm
stab
stabbing
him?
You got a
with the
bayonet.
musket.
Oh.
Isn't that what a musket is?
A musket's just a gun, but I mean, like,
Ah,
if you had
shit.
a, if
See,
you had
bayonet
a
is
I
It's
meant
knife.
bayonet.
Idiot.
I was
Okay.
wondering how you were swinging it around. I was like, damn, that's gonna
You're
hurt.
grabbing it by the knife?
Yeah.
Okay.
A musket's those long guns you stuff.
Yeah. I
That
thought
one
it also
sucks.
had a sword on it.
That's only one
They
bullet.
usually do.
I would take the horse somewhere where motorcycles can't ride. Try and go as much stairs and
Upstairs.
you know,
Yeah.
Inside a mall.
Yeah.
I
okay.
think I'm going open.
I found my local mall.
One cowboy and 6 Yakuza hanging out in a local mall.
I'm going open field.
You make it anywhere. Who are they going to trust? The white man on a horse or the Yakuza with the samurai swords? They're probably going to let me in there, and the security's
Not
going
on
to. They will if I'm.
And then they're going to lock the door. What is going on? That psychopath acts like Yakuza is after
He
him.
wants us to let him and his white horse in here.
All right. Do you have another one?
No, that was it.
All right. We're wrapped.
John is pissed off. There's one last one of these to do.
Huh?
John is pissed off at the end. One last movie to review. John Wick 4.
Yeah.
That's it.
Ah.
Movie night. Movie night. Movie night. Ain't no doubt we about to watch one movie night. Turn it on.
Oh. Don't look at me.
Movie night. Movie night. Movie night. Ain't no doubt we about to watch one movie night. Turn it on. Gotta get it started. Let's watch a movie tonight. 'Cause movie nights are always the best of times. Got to keep on watching. Keep on watching. Got to keep on watching.